I think it's a pride, but it's a dedication behind the brand as well. We've got 60 employees, and that's it.
The only beer that the doctor, if you got diabetes, he says you have to drink beer, drink Shiner.
K. Spetzel Brewery, Shiner, Shiner Bock, Shiner Light, home of some great beer and some good people.
My name is Annie, and I'm going to be your tour guide. What I'll be doing is giving you a brief history on the brewery.
Well, not that brief. The history of the brewery is quite long, so here's what we call a history light. H.B. Shiner donated 250 acres of land right here. The town was settled by Germans and Czechs, and we all know they love beer.
And that's where Cosmo Spetzel comes in. He bought the brewery in 1915, and he owned it up until the time of his death in 1950.
Cosmo believed the backbone to Shiner were the people in the fields picking the cotton.
So he'd load up his vehicle with beer and go deliver beer out into the fields. And if he couldn't get to you along the way, he left him on fence post.
Although the brewery's been there since the early 1900s, the beer didn't get out of the state of Texas until the 90s.
We were very stingy here in Shiner. We produced it, we consumed it, and we did not share it.
Okay, I've learned enough about Shiner. I'm here to learn about the tasting. Testing.
Well, no, it's not happy hour at the Shiner Brewery, though we have 2 beers there for testing. Now, I understand, Jeff, this is kind of the part of the quality control. Explain to me what you guys do with your samples and what you're doing to help the beer, I guess, past that strict quality control level.
And the first thing I do is I go ahead and cap the tasting bottle, and you let go. There you go.
It's like the slot machines of beer. All right, so I've got that, and then I've got the to-go jar, right?
There you go.
Am I going, I'm going back. Well, I guess I got to pour the whole thing. See, I'm making a mess. It could have been the 2 Shiner samples I've already had. So, all right, mine is almost done.
Almost.
We're going to pour this into this.
Yes, sir, we are.
And then we're going to do shots of beer.
No, not quite.
Wait, the alkalizer? Come on, man, you're making that up. That's not a word. Now, in the old days, was it like a guy named Jeff at the end of the bar that was doing that? Yeah, that tastes like 5.8%. So I'm going to rinse it 3 times?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Man, 1.6.
1.6.
Perfect. I mean, I'm like a brewmaster.
And we're getting our readout.
And now it's printing out. Oh, wow. It even does calories.
OGs.
140.
We also go by OGs here. 10,
Okay.
10,
I don't know what OGs are, Jeff. I'm sorry. You're speaking a language to me that I know calories, I know taste, yummies. And then these bottles get to go home with us, right?
Well, actually, we need to try those.
Oh, we get to try them here. Oh, even better. I thought I had to sneak them out of here. Are there aromas like wine that I should smell on this? Like
Yeah.
fresh beer?
You know, because of the hops and
That's
stuff.
the-
The hops and stuff
Yeah.
that we use.
That's a really good batch, yeah. And we've got to do the Shiner Bock real quick,
Well,
right?
yeah, sure. So
Yeah,
let's not get too crazy with that one.
All right, so help me with the Bock then.
Okay. Same thing.
This also smells like beer. And you said the gift shop has samples of all the beers, right?
Yes, sir, they do.
You know where we're at.
It doesn't get any fresher than that in there.
That's a good year.
Now that the alkalizer densitometer has given us the thumbs up on great beer, we want to find out how this beer gets to you. And of course, with it being PB&J's first time to a brewery, we were not prepared for the volume. Not that volume, we're talking the volume of beer. Shiner brews 8 batches a day. A batch is 175 barrels, so that's 1,400 beer barrels in one day. And how much beer is in a beer barrel?
And 1 beer barrel is 13 cases, 3 6-packs, and a half a bottle of beer. It belongs to me at the end of the day.
How's the beer get in the bottle? Well, it starts at the decaser. This lifts and puts the bottles on the line. Next up, a warm bottle bath. That's right, clean bottles here at Shiner. Then they fill the bottles from the bottom up with beer to get all the air out.
Worst thing for beer is an air bubble. Even the size of a match head, your beer would be flat.
Well, and there's 2 things I hate flat: beer and tires. Next in line, the bottles get a crown, and, well, in layman's term, that's the bottle cap. From there, it heads off to be pasteurized.
So we start off with temperature, regular temperature, and we'll bring it up a couple of times and then bring it back down.
And after things heat up, they get labeled, boxed, cased. And lucky for us, some of those cases make their way outside of Shiner.
Everybody gets involved with it. When people travel, the area people from Shiner travel out of state or anywhere, you know, and that's their way of saying who they are and where they're from. Have you heard of Shinerbach? You bound to heard of Shinerbach, and that's where they can put that together and, oh yeah, I heard of Shinerbach, and they know where Shiner's at. So.
And speaking of travel, let's head over to the Hospitality Center for our 4 free beers.
The part of the brewery tour I personally like is the tasting. I understand everyone who comes on property gets to taste a little bit of the history of the Spetzel Brewery.
The knowledge behind it is during the tour, and then the final step is right here where we're standing.
Do you have a personal favorite that really jumps out for you?
My personal favorite is the Shiner Blonde.
Well, I better try a blonde.
Let's get you a blonde.
Not the first time I've said that.
And the Hospitality Center's not just for out-of-towners. After their shift, you'll find employees and even locals.
What makes Shiner so special? What do you enjoy about coming up here and being part of this place?
I can get 4 7-ounce beers and don't cost me a nickel.
And after your 4 free beers, you head on down to Howard's where you don't mind paying for a fill-up.
So now you're down here getting ready for evening entertainment, right?
Yeah, he's got everything on tap here.
I saw that. That was the first place I headed, man. Oh, here's Jeff, too. I tell you what. Man, we just keep seeing you everywhere. I feel like I already fit into Shiner. This is what I love about this town. I've been here 12 hours. I feel like I know everybody. Shiner by day, Shiner by night. It's the
way we live.
lifestyle for
It's
you.
a lifestyle.
Well, I'm not going to hold you up, man. I know a cold beer is probably away.
Oh, you know it. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
See you.
Good to see you guys.
Is Howard's the place to be?
You betcha.
Are you a Shiner Blonde or a Shiner Bock drinker?
Oh, I'm on that. My doctor said I was gaining too much weight, so I shifted. By golly, I lost a few pounds.
That's low carb, right? If I keep drinking the Bock, I might have to be on the same diet, man. I'll see you here in the morning and the evening, though, because once you switch to light, you can drink twice as much, so you can go.